Morning. Good morning, Karen. Welcome. I'm going to start with a prayer by the Bab. If there's anything in particular you want me to pray for, let me know. Oh my God, my Lord and my Master, I have detached myself from my kindred and have sought through Thee to become independent of all that dwell on earth, and ever ready to receive that which is praiseworthy in Thy sight. Bestow on me such good as will make me independent of aught else but Thee, and grant me an ampler share of Thy boundless favors. Verily Thou art the Lord of grace abounding. And that's a prayer by the Bab. I'm going to say this prayer that is one of my favorite prayers, especially when I'm struggling. Suffer me, O my God, to draw nigh unto Thee, and to abide within the precincts of Thy court. For remoteness from Thee hath well nigh consumed me. Cause me to rest under the shadow of the wings of Thy grace. For the flame of my separation from Thee hath melted my heart within me. Draw me nearer unto the river that is life indeed. For my soul burneth with thirst in its ceaseless search after Thee. My sighs, O my God, proclaim the bitterness of mine anguish, and the tears I shed attest my love for Thee. I beseech Thee by the praise wherewith Thou praisest Thyself, and the glory wherewith Thou glorifiest Thine own essence, to grant that we may be numbered among them that have recognized Thee and have acknowledged Thy sovereignty in Thy days. Help us then to quaff, O my God, from the fingers of mercy, the living waters of Thy loving kindness, that we may utterly forget aught else except Thee, and be occupied only with Thyself. Powerful art Thou to do what Thou willest. Thou art verily the Almighty, the help in peril, the self-subsisting. Glorified be Thy name, O Thou who art the King of all kings. Baha'u'llah. Here's a prayer by Abdul-Baha. O God, my God, fill up for me the cup of detachment from all things, And in the assembly of thy splendors and bestowals rejoice me with the wine of loving thee. Free me from the assaults of passion and desire. Break off from me the shackles of this netherworld. Draw me with rapture unto thy supernal realm, and refresh me amongst the handmaids with the breathings of thy holiness. O Lord, brighten thou my face with the lights of thy bestowals. Light thou mine eyes with beholding the signs of thine all-subduing might. Delight my heart with the glory of thy knowledge that encompasseth all things. Gladden thou my soul with thy soul reviving tidings of great joy. O thou King of this world and the kingdom above, O thou Lord of dominion and might, that I may spread abroad thy signs and tokens, and proclaim thy cause, and promote thy teachings, and serve thy law and exalt thy word. Thou art verily the powerful, the ever-giving, the able, the omnipotent. Here's another prayer by Abdu'l-Baha. And I'm saying this prayer on behalf of all who live in poverty. Spiritual poverty as well as material poverty, but especially those who live in material poverty. My friends, the Native Americans, those who live on the reservations, and those who live elsewhere. My friends of color, who because of the injustices this country has perpetrated have been found themselves generation after generation struggling. On behalf of them in particular and the children, I say this prayer. Lord, pitiful are we, grant us thy favor. Poor, bestow upon us a share from the ocean of thy wealth. Needy, do thou satisfy us. Abased, give us thy glory. The fowls of the air and the beasts of the field receive their meat each day from thee, and all beings partake of thy care and thy loving kindness. Deprive not this feeble one, O my God, of thy wondrous grace, and vouchsafe unto this helpless soul thy bounty. Give us our daily bread, and grant thy increase in the necessities of life, that we may be dependent on none other but thee. May commune wholly with thee, may walk in thy ways and declare thy mysteries. Thou art the Almighty and the loving and the provider of all mankind. Wayne, welcome. I want to say a prayer for this country. And as I say this prayer, I want to meditate on the parts that are mysterious. O thou kind Lord, this gathering is turning to thee. These hearts are radiant with thy love. These minds and spirits are exhilarated by the message of thy glad tidings. Oh God, let this American nation become glorious in spiritual degrees, even as it has aspired to material degrees, and render this just government victorious through the outpourings. Confirm this revered nation to upraise the standard of the oneness of humanity, to promulgate the most great peace, to become thereby most glorious and praiseworthy among all the nations of the earth. O God, this American nation is worthy of thy favors and is deserving of thy mercy. Make it precious and near to thee through thy bounty and bestowal. Abdu'l-Baha. I want to say this prayer for children. This is another prayer by Abdu'l-Baha. I want to say it especially for my grandchildren, who are all gathered in outside of Baltimore, Maryland, today, in honor of their great, no, wait a minute. Yeah, I can't remember. I can't figure it out. Their grandparents and great grandparents. Is that right? Yeah, their great grandparents. Okay, they're all. Oh, I'm too confused. I can't. Yeah, their great grandparents. My 11 grandchildren are gathered outside of Baltimore today in honor of their great grandparents' 60th wedding anniversary. And I want to say this prayer for all children, but especially for my 11 great grandchildren. Oh my God, oh my God, thou seest these children who are the twigs of the tree of life, the birds of the meads of salvation, the pearls of the ocean of thy grace, the roses of the garden of thy guidance. O God, our Lord, we sing thy praise, bear witness to thy sanctity, and implore fervently the heaven of thy mercy, to make us lights of guidance, stars shining above the horizons of eternal glory amongst mankind, and to teach us a knowledge which proceedeth from thee. Ya Baha'u'llah. When I can see some of your prayer, but I'll have to look at it, the rest of it later. I'm going to say a prayer for the departed. And I want to remember Ray Elliott, for whom there will be a memorial service today. Ray died last month at the age of 95. He had been an indefatigable champion of race unity, or race amity as he called it. He was a powerful elder and force, especially in the town of Amherst. And the town of Amherst will also be honoring him tomorrow at Race Unity Day observance. And I also want to say it for some of my other friends. I want to say it for Wayne's son, and for my mother, who passed away in November, for my father, who passed away in 1970. Hello, Chris. It's wonderful to see you. I'm about to say this prayer for the departed. Glory be to thee, O Lord my God. Abase not him whom thou hast exalted through the power of thine everlasting sovereignty, and remove not far from thee him whom thou hast caused to enter the tabernacle of thine eternity. Wilt thou cast away, O my God, him whom thou hast overshadowed with thy lordship? And wilt thou turn away from thee, O my desire, him to whom thou hast been a refuge? Canst thou degrade him whom thou hast uplifted, or forget him whom thou didst enable to remember thee? Glorified, immensely glorified art thou. Thou art he who from everlasting hath been the king of the entire creation and its prime mover. And thou wilt to everlasting remain the Lord of all created things and their ordainer. Glorified art thou, O my God. If thou ceasest to be merciful unto thy servants, who then will show mercy unto them? And if thou refusest to succor thy loved ones, who is there that can succor them? Glorified, immeasurably glorified art thou. Thou art adored in thy truth, and thee do we all verily worship. And thou art manifest in thy justice, and to thee do we all verily bear witness. Thou art in truth beloved in thy grace. No God is there but thee, the help in peril, the self-subsisting. Baha'u'llah. Oh yes, Chester Khan, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. Here's another prayer by Baha'u'llah. I know not, O my God, what the fire is which thou didst kindle in thy land. Earth can never cloud its splendor, nor water quench its flame. All the peoples of the world are powerless to resist its force. Some, O my God, thou didst, great is the blessedness of him that hath drawn nigh unto it and heard its roaring. Some, O my God, thou didst through thy strengthening grace enable to approach it, whilst others thou didst keep back by reason of what their hands have wrought in thy days. Whoso hath hasted towards it and attained unto it hath in his eagerness to gaze on thy beauty yielded his life in thy path and ascended unto thee, wholly detached from aught else except thee, except thyself. I beseech thee, O my Lord, by this fire, which blazeth and rageth in the world of creation, to rend asunder the veils which have hindered me from appearing before the throne of thy majesty and from standing at the door of thy gate. Do thou ordain for me, O my Lord, every good thing thou didst send down in thy book, and suffer me not to be far removed from the shelter of thy mercy. Powerful art thou to do what pleaseth thee. Thou art verily the all-powerful, the most generous. And that reminds me of another prayer. Another prayer. Oh, do I? Oh, I might not have it here though. Maybe I have it. No. Oh, yes. Here it is. Wow. Because this one also talks about fire. Excuse me for a minute. This is a very mysterious tablet by Baha'u'llah. It's called the Tablet of the Hair. He is the Almighty. My hair is my messenger. It is calling aloud at all times upon the branch of fire within the hallowed and luminous garden of paradise, that perchance the inmates of the realm of creation may detach themselves from the world of dust and ascend unto the retreats of nearness, the spot where the fire seeketh illumination from the light of the countenance of God, the glorious, the powerful. O ye that have consecrated yourselves to this fire, sing ye melodies, pour out sweet tones, rejoice with exceeding gladness, and make haste to attain the presence of him who is the object of adoration, bearing witness that no God is there besides God, the all-knowing, the all-wise, the all-compelling. He is the God of wisdom. My hair is my phoenix. Therefore hath it set itself upon the blazing fire of my face, and receiveth sustenance from the garden of my countenance. I'm going to say that part again. He is the God of wisdom. My hair is my phoenix. Therefore hath it set itself upon the blazing fire of my face, and receiveth sustenance from the garden of my countenance. This is the station wherein the son of Imran, Moses, removed from the feet of selfish desire the coverings of the attachment to all else but him, and was illumined by the splendors of the light of holiness. In the undying fire kindled by God, the potent, the gracious, the ever forgiving. I'm going to read that part one more time. He is the God of wisdom. My hair is my phoenix. Therefore hath it set itself upon the blazing fire of my face, and receiveth sustenance from the garden of my countenance. This is the station wherein the son of Imran, Moses, removed from the feet of selfish desire the coverings of the attachment to all else but him, and was illumined by the splendors of the light of holiness in the undying fire, kindled by God, the potent, the gracious, the ever-forgiving. He is the most excellent, the best beloved. A lock of my hair is my cord. He who layeth fast hold on it shall never to all eternity go astray. For therein is his guidance to the splendors of the light of his beauty. He is God. My hair is my veil, whereby I conceal my beauty, that haply the eyes of the non-believers among my servants may not fall upon it. Thus do we conceal from the sight of the ungodly the glorious and sublime beauty of our countenance. He is the eternal. My hair beareth witness for my beauty, that verily I am God, and that there is none other God but me. In my ancient eternity, I have ever been God, the one, the peerless, the everlasting, the ever-living, the ever-abiding, the self-subsistent. O denizens of the everlasting realm, let your ears be attentive to the stirrings of this restless and agitated hair, as it moveth upon the Sinai of fire, within the precincts of light, this celestial seat of divine revelation. Indeed, there is no God besides me. In my most ancient pre-existence, I have ever been the king, the sovereign, the incomparable, the eternal, the single, the everlasting, the most exalted. O peoples of the heavens and of the earth, were ye to sanctify your ears, you would hear my hair proclaim that there is none other God except him, and that he is one in his essence and in everything that beareth relationship unto him. And yet, how fiercely have you cavilled at this beauty, notwithstanding that the outpourings of his grace have encompassed all that dwell in the billowing oceans of his revelation and creation. Be ye fair, therefore, in your judgment concerning his upright religion. For the love of this youth, who is riding high upon the snow-white she-camel betwixt earth and heaven, and Be ye firm and steadfast in the path of truth. I wanted to read another writing by Baha'u'llah, but I'm not sure where to find it, and I don't know if I can remember it. But he writes, there's a tablet that's known as the Tablet of the True Seeker. And in this tablet by Baha'u'llah, which I think is found in the Epistle to the Son of the Wolf, he talks about the fire of the tongue. And he says that the tongue is a smoldering fire. He said, the material fire lasts but a time, while the fire of the tongue consumeth heart and soul, and its evidences last a century. That's a incomplete rendering. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm going to close out this session and I'm going to open another one, which is going to be a study. This is a study of the Book of Certitude by Baha'u'llah. And I hope you'll join me for that. God bless you. God is most glorious. Ya Baha'.